Right, so I'm now going to throw an Eye of Ender from the Ice Plain Spikes biome. So here we go. Pull up the F3 screen, and here we go. Where did it go? That way. And so from the coordinates, okay, let's write down those coordinates. So from the coordinates, oops, from the coordinates -1769 and 352, it was going 100 degrees. Okay, this is important, so now we can use math to figure out approximately where this end portal is going to be. Alright, that Eye of Ender broke, so now let's see where the Stronghold is. Holy cow. According to the math, there's the Nether portal, and the Stronghold is right under here. How outrageous is that? That just sounds too good to be true. So I'm just gonna dig a downward spiral, see if it actually is true. Yeah, the math says that this is where Stronghold is. I still think that's too good to be true. Let me make sure I'm not quitting. Here we go. So we can have the moment of truth. Let's see. Is the Stronghold down this staircase? Should be seeing stone brick soon, if that's the case. Here we go. I think we're getting near. Come on. It's not here, is it? It's not here at all, is it? Come on. Hey, you know what I should have done? Fill in an Eye of Ender from there. Let me just go up this staircase real quick and check, make sure the Eye of Ender agrees with the math. That's what I should have done right from the get-go. Let's see here. Up we go, up we go. It is, oh dear, it is dark. Alright, so if I go over here, throw an Eye of Ender, it went down. Okay, so indeed, the Stronghold is down this staircase. The question is, where? Well, let's see. Once I finish digging out this really dizzying staircase, I'm not actually going to use this staircase to go down to the Stronghold, because doing this is just too painful. I'm probably going to either put in a minecart system to get down here. Oop. There's the Stronghold. Yes! We found it! Okay then. So now the trick is, how complete is the end portal? That is the question. And let's see. There's the end portal room. Kill the surface spawner. Okay, we made it to the Stronghold, and I just found out about this really neat trick to go straight from the Nether to the end without taking a stop in the overworld in a Stronghold like this. So here's what it involves. Essentially, I gotta place obsidian like this, pretty much right in the Nether portal, or right in the end portal. So when I place in the final bits of the end portal here, it's going to destroy this obsidian. Like, the obsidian is just going to be wiped from the game, but it's not actually going to update the Nether portal blocks here. So let's see if this actually works. Here we go. That block's going to get removed as well. I don't want to go into the Nether, not just yet. Let's see. And of course these are like chests, so you can't just place blocks next to them. Crud. Okay, here we go. Let me just sneak an Eye of Ender into here. Yes! The trick works! Now that is an awesome sound. Okay. So now, if I were to enter through the Nether into this portal here, I'd fall out of the Nether portal and fall straight into the end portal. I'm not going to go into the end just yet. Again, I'm reserving that for episode 25. Now that the Stronghold portal is done, I can do something that I've always wanted to do. Grow some giant spruce trees and an ender pearl to the top of them. So basically, here's how this works. I'm going to throw an ender pearl up like this, and then quickly bone meal the snot out of these. Bam! Just like that. I have always wanted to do that. And now that I have several ender pearls that I can use, and until I get an enderman farm, I don't have to be stingy on ender pearls. Once I get an enderman farm, then I can just go wild with ender pearls, which will be really, really cool. So right now I'm gathering loads and loads of spruce wood for a project that I want to do this episode. It's a small project, but also in desperate need of being done. So if for some reason I don't have ender pearls, this is the method I generally use. It is a staircase method. So the staircase method, essentially, I dig up a giant staircase through a tree, like this. So this is a very nice method for when I'm low on ender pearls and need to dig up a giant tree like this. However, whenever possible, I prefer to use the ender pearl method. Occasionally it doesn't work, but when it does, it's the best thing ever. So then, with the staircase method, once you've finished digging up the staircase, you can then dig down like this. And we're pretty much at the bottom. There we go. It's also a nice fast method, but I don't think it's nearly as fast as the ender pearl method. Alright. So, all that wood that I collected was to build an ice farm. So, out here in the Ice Plains Spikes is a perfect place to build an ice farm because it's cold enough for water to freeze pretty much all the time. So the way I found this ice farm by Izumavoid, which is not actually redstone based in the slightest, which makes it absolutely amazing. So, I do have access to packed ice, but I'd really like to have access to normal ice as well, and enormous quantities of that normal ice. So, that's exactly what I'm going to build here, is an ice farm so that I can get enormous quantities of ice. So the ice farm shown by Izumavoid shows a pretty classic design, having a large pan of water, so that all freezes, except for specific parts. Excuse me. Only specific parts of the pan freeze. So it needs to be a square ice pan, and this is because the only water that is not going to freeze goes along the diagonals of this square pan. Now the reason for that is because after all the ice is broken, so, okay, first off, something that I found out while I was watching Izumavoid's video was that apparently ice only generates when on water source blocks. So it's not gonna generate on flowing water. And that is important because basically that kind of it makes it so that there has to be the entire pan of water has to be only the water source blocks. How far did I build out here, actually? I'm just saying 6, 7. Okay, I'll count this up later, but yeah. So now I have a task of building a massive pan out of wood. Now, why spruce wood? First off, spruce trees can grow in the gigantic size. So they grow enormously large, and each one of those giant trees produces about a stack of wood logs. That's pretty awesome. But the other reason is because I never really build with spruce. So this is my chance to do so. I place it in the last few blocks, and there we go. The massive platform is now complete. So this is going to be where all the water is, but I still gotta place in the edges so that the water doesn't spill over. I'm gonna build those out of slabs. And also I need to place in a roof. So the mechanics of ice growing is, or ice spreading is quite interesting. Basically, the ice will only generate if the water has direct sky access. It's the same kind of requirements that a village has. Those must be ghost blocks. So essentially, if in the diagonals you place in some sort of roof to stop the water there from freezing, then you can have an infinitely generating ice pan that you can then harvest, and then it automatically brings the water back in. No redstone required. So that's quite nice, and that is exactly the mechanics that I'm going to take advantage of. So here we go. This water pan is really, really large, but, well, I can expand it even further as long as it's within this ice biome. So as long as it's within this ice biome, this can be expanded pretty much infinitely. Although, since ice biomes aren't infinite, then it's not technically infinite. Not though one farm can be infinite. But that's fine. So there we go. Now I just need the roof. And I've already checked the fact that this farm is square. So the roof can be here. Let's make sure I can actually slide in and out. Nope. You know what, that's fine. Actually, no, it's not. We gotta raise this roof up one more block. It really doesn't matter where I place this roof. This diagonal block roof. Just as long as it's there. And now, it's time to place in this ice sheet. Or actually make it an ice farm. So I didn't actually bring any ice with me, but I can steal some from this lake here. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take a whole bunch of ice from here. There we go. Time to harvest some ice. And this is basically what I'm going to be doing with the ice farm, using my Silk Touch pickaxe, except it's going to be much easier to do since I won't have to climb around the rest of the water. And also, well, I still will be able to have to climb across the rest of the water, but I'm not going to be doing this in a lake or an ocean. So it'll be much easier to collect the ice, which will be quite nice. So now, I just gotta head back up to the pan and fill in the water, just along the diagonals. That's all that's needed. So here we go. So I just gotta break in place. In fact, I can use my fortune pick to break the ice. So, time to break the ice. Hi, how's it going? I'm Javamonk. Are you doing well? Yeah, that was a terrible joke. Would you look at that? Holy cow. I just finished placing in the water, and water is already freezing into the ice. Cool. So, this ice is needed for this actually isn't the big project that I was talking about at the beginning of the episode. The big project, it's actually not a very big project, but it's one that's long overdue. What I want to make is a whole bunch of ice highways to get to the far out locations. I had enough of trekking to the dangerous nether to get to the nether portals that I need. And plus, there's all sorts of places that I need to get to that's far away that I haven't even explored yet because it's too far away, and I don't want to explore it on my horse. So, in order to do that, I'm just going to place in some ice highways, and that's what I'm going to do this episode, is place in the ice highways for all the different places I want to travel to, and all those ice highways will go on top of the nether. On top of the nether ceiling. Okay, let's do this. Right, so I just checked the biome info book, and I think the first destination, after using this infuriating elevator to get to the top of the nether, we're going to build an ice highway, and I think the first destination is going to be, drumroll please, the Mesa. That's about 20,000 blocks away. So that's going to be an outrageous distance, but I think we can do it. So let's start it off here. So let's see. I just gotta place this ice until I end up running out. So we gotta go, and this X value has to go all the way until 1,367. Now, after building out this ice highway, hopefully afterwards, once I finish with this, I'm gonna be able to get the achievement for going outrageously far in the nether. Oh, there we go. Looks like we still gotta deal with the effects of the gold farm up here. Now I could make a rail system to go this far in the nether, but that's just painful. And but using the ice that I farmed and the top of the nether and boats on ice, we can go a pretty far distance. Now the question is, why are there still zombies spawning here? The gold farm's long past. And also, there's no danger with pigment here, because that's the only one that's gonna spawn up here. So one reason I'm building this out of ice and not something like packed ice is because packed ice, mobs can spawn on them. Spawn on packed ice. But normal ice, mobs can't spawn on it. Also up here, there's no danger of lava melting the ice, so there's no problem with that. Alright, I'll get back to you when something more interesting than this happens. We made it! Yay! To the nether location of what is the Mesa. So off camera, I broke some bedrock, so that way I can place in obsidian like this. And now if I light this portal, there we go. And then I'm gonna break some of this ice here. That way I can have a stopping platform here before the boat goes flying through the portal. So here we go. Let's go into this portal and make sure I actually end up in a mesa. Here we go. It's loading the terrain, which is good. That's a good sign. Means that I haven't loaded it before. Yes! Yes! I'm here in the mesa. And there is my portal. And I got the advancement. That is amazing. Now the question is, will I actually go back into the nether from to the top of the ceiling? Okay then. Apparently not. Oh dear. Okay, so I broke some more bedrock here. And now, if I go into this nether portal, I'm going to end up in the mesa. So here we go. Actually, I'm recording. Yeah. Okay, so here we are in the mesa. And now if I travel back to this portal, I should end up on top of the nether ceiling. Yeah. Okay, awesome. So now that we have this portal here, this ice would probably melt because it's too close to the portal. Now we gotta actually build up the ice highway that will transport us back. That will actually transport us there and back. So this ice highway is going to be 3 blocks wide, and it's going to have slab sides right here. So that's what the... Now, if gold block slabs existed, I'd build this... Sorry. If gold block slabs existed, I would build the sides with gold block slabs. Unfortunately, they don't exist. So the next cheapest material is cobblestone. Alright. So now I gotta build this 20-some thousand blocks. Okay. Okay, so now the ice highway is installed, and now I can go back and forth to the mesa super fast using boats. So this is awesome. I now have nice fast access to clay, and slash terracotta, the hardened kind. So that is pretty sweet. I also have a nice source of red sand.